Hey, it's John from Tinderbox Arts. I'm going to be doing a little maintenance on my R1200RT today. It's a 2012 model. And to get to where I can show you some things and do some work, I need to take this first bit of plastic off here for some access. Taking this plastic off, if you've never done it, is really not a big deal. There's just a whole bunch of these little Torx screws, like there's one here, there's a bunch here, and there's a few hidden ones, like there's one I'm not focused up here, like this top one you take out. So it's really not rocket science. You just got to take some of this plastic off to get access. Take the screws off and put them somewhere safe, and then we'll get started. All right, this top panel, 4 screws, and that's out, okay? And then just to come back over here, that exposes, let me pull back a little bit. That exposes these other panels. There is on this side a little air temperature sensor, so you got to disconnect that. It's just a little clip, not a big deal. Just get that out of the way so you don't yank on it. And then a bunch more screws, and then this lower section will come off. All right, got the air temperature sensor disconnected. You just squeeze that with your fingers and it'll pop off. Got the cable out of the way. I already took the lower bolts out, kind of starting backwards here. Lower bolts out. There was 2 there, 1, 2, 3 here, and 1 here. Now I got to get to the top, so I need to take this thing off. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and this little top piece comes off. On this side only, there's one special thing you got to do, which is you have this, your little cubby hole here, and the top cover for it, there's a screw here and a screw here. You have to undo those carefully and don't lose them. And then you can have access to the rest of the screws up top here, and then take this whole thing off as a unit. All right, with that Tupperware off, now we can get at what we need to do here. So here's the front wheel to get you oriented. Here's the beginning of the air tube, which is down around where that sensor was, right? And the air tube comes up here and terminates up here where it connects to an air box where the air filter is located. Now let me get this camera put down here. That's a little crooked, sorry about that. Okay, a little better. So up here is where we need to get the air filter out. There's 2 clips, one here and one at the bottom, one at the top and one at the bottom. I'm working around the camera here, but to get it out, it's just a plastic clip. You just kind of push in and give it a little slide, and it'll slide out like that, okay? And then there's one on the bottom. Let's see if I can get that one. There. All right, so that's it to secure it. Now let me pull this camera back a little more. I'll do this all in one take. All right. All right, so here is our air tube. I've loosened those clips. I'm going to give it a little bit of a yank out. There's one more press fit alignment pin in the back, but it's just a press fit, so you just slide it out. There. All right. So then the tube comes out. And right here is, oops, sorry, right here is your air filter. And to get the air filter out, you just, it's a little tight, but it will come out. There, all right. So this one's not terrible, but it's not great either. A little dirty. So anyway, that's all you got to do to get the air filter out. And then let me grab the new one here. The new one, it's an LX984/5 is the part number, and I'll just look at it, make sure, yep, it all looks good. I'm going to fit this back in here. You got to be a little more careful because this one's a keeper. I think the bottom, if I remember right, it's easier to fit the bottom first. There's some stuff to get around here, all right? And then just make sure there's nothing in the way and that's seated. Alright, that's it. That's seated well. And then I get my air tube. Here's that little alignment pin, right? A little nipple there. And that goes into a little receiver right here. So to get this back in, I'm going to put that in first, or nearly first. And make sure I slide this thing together. There. Once you get it started, it goes right in. Alright, and then just give it a, grab the other side of the bike so I don't push the bike over. There. Alright, and that's it. And then you just push these little suckers back in. And you're done. Now all you gotta do is put the Tupperware back on.